Today, Final Fantasy XIII Versus exists. Just trust us on this one. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, once again, without Kathleen.
Dear games industry, stop having conferences on the days we shoot. Real-time strategy game Company of Heroes 2 will feature a so-called cold tech system, wherein your troops can die of exposure to extreme low temperatures. You can keep them warm by making fires or garrisoning them in buildings. However, blizzards can coat buildings in snow and slow your troop movements. You know how, even though it's arguably more realistic, nobody likes weapon degradation in video games? Well, this is like people degradation, and it sounds awful.
Spec Ops: The Line is apparently designed to be sadistic. According to its designers, Jaeger Development, they wanted the player to be upset with them as developers and with the game itself for putting the player into uncomfortable situations, to the point of not even wanting to play anymore. When the game testers had to take a break after a particularly harrowing section, they knew they were on the right track. Making people want to play a game by making them not want to play it. You wouldn't think that would work, but here we are.
EA has merged two Australian studios into a greater whole. Iron Monkey, the dev behind the mobile Dead Space game, and Firemint, the studio that made Flight Control, will unify under the awesome compound name Fire Monkeys. Guys, great first step. Now you have to merge your games too. Call it Dead Control, where Dead Space's Isaac lies prone as you guide all the necromorphs to his body.
BioWare is making a new Ultima MMO based on the world of Ultima 4. But since Richard Garriott doesn't work for BioWare, and he still owns the rights to the character of Lord British, the world of this MMO will be ruled over by Lady British. Is anyone else hoping that it actually ends up being the same character, but just that he's taken to wearing a dress and everyone in Britannia is just rolling with it?
R&D company Uniloc, who previously leveled patent infringement lawsuits against Activision Blizzard and Sony, has now also sued Electronic Arts, Square Enix, Mojang, and Halfbrick to protect their patent for a system and method for preventing access to electronic data, which seems like something everyone does. It's a little depressing that Uniloc's website proudly advertises their history of litigation, but then you realize that that's what they do. You can't insult them by calling them patent trolls because their response would probably be, yes, and we're really good at it. Please invest in our company.
Square Enix's CEO Yoichi Wada recently addressed rumors that Final Fantasy XIII Versus had been cancelled by saying the rumors were false and that he had just been in their regularly scheduled 13 Versus production meeting, adding, "If you were to see the city, etc. presented today, you wouldn't be able to stand from surprise." So, take that to heart, Versus fans. The game still exists, and is apparently so surprising, it gives inappropriate meeting boners.
Alright, okay, Wada. It's very funny. I mean, you kept this thing going for a long time, and hey, we fell for it. But it's time to admit that Final Fantasy XIII Versus is not a real thing. You've just been messing with us this whole time.
Good joke, though.
Oh, yeah. Coming up, Hideo Kojima is going to reveal the engine they're using for the next Metal Gear game that he said he was never making.